to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcast are back talking all things of the week that was in professional wrestling. I'm Brian, Jason, and Kevin are here. Joe should be joining in a few moments.
Does he have to?
And, excuse me?
Does he have to?
He doesn't have to. It's just his prerogative, but
Come on, play the gimmick. Come on, Brian.
hard subject to change. You never know.
Me and Joe hate each other, you know?
I know. It's the feud that never ends. Speaking of feuds, wow, what a week. We're recording this moments after the WrestleMania press conference kickoff, whatever you want to say. Let's just get right to it, guys. And obviously the whole, ever since SmackDown Friday night with The Rock and Cody and Roman, it all led to this conference. So, Jay, let's just start us off, man. Your thoughts on what just went down?
It was trash. Every part of it was trash. The biggest piece of trash, Dwayne Johnson. This motherfucker doesn't get it. You can't just fucking swear every other word because it ruins half the broadcast. Been talking about this for months, and I don't understand how Peacock is getting edited.
It might be a WWE self-edit.
I don't
or if you're McAfee, WWF.
Yeah, I don't understand I don't understand what we just watched. It's the world's biggest TED Talk. I mean, how was Bayley not there?
That's my biggest gripe is, and believe me, I thought Bianca came out, gave 3 minutes of good positivity, but she was there because she's one of the faces of the women's division. I feel like on Monday tomorrow, on SmackDown, I hope Bayley just rips a hole into that whole thing. Rips the press conference a whole new booty.
Bayley's a babyface now. So like there's not gonna be any ripping of anything, but she should have been there.
Oh, 100%.
She should be on the poster.
100%.
Should be on the collector cup and the program and the t-shirt. Like what is going on here? I just, a couple weeks back, I said, I don't really care anymore about Dwayne. And tonight just proved it. It was trash.
It was forced.
Yes.
Forced.
Great fucking word.
Forced.
As the world's biggest movie star, who's all his movies tank, it was forced. Great word, Kevin. Great word.
It was forced. And I'm going to give my 2 cents after I say this next comment. We're going to talk about the vlog in a little bit. And I remember you wearing a black wife beater. Next time, if we ever go on the cruise again, you got to wear dress pants, apparently, with a wife beater like The Rock. It felt, this is my biggest gripe. We know we want Cody. He was on McAfee. Finally watched the clip earlier. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. That was awesome on there. But then throw up the dynasty, the family tree. Okay, that's great. That's great. But then seeing it flip 180 and getting so mad, you can't talk about my family. Okay, you guys just talked about Dusty being irrelevant. You guys talked about his family. And then you're getting mad because he mentioned that you guys, your ancestors would be ashamed. It felt so forced. It almost felt initially when Trish came back heel, how that felt forced, but that was a long program. This isn't going to be a long program with The Rock. So it's going to feel forced the entire way, where I feel like Trish, at the beginning, it felt forced, but then I started loving it. We're not going to see a long program for The Rock. We're going to see this.
What'd you think, Brian?
Well, I like the whole spectacle. I just love the energy from the crowd, the big ass panel of Cole and McAfee and CM Punk and Big E. Good to see Big E doing something. I'd love for him to get back in the ring if he can. So I love the spectacle of it all. Everything that you said about The Rock, it just, as much as we wanted this Rock Roman thing, how it came about last Friday was such an unequivalent failure. I don't know if that's the right word. It was a failure. The way they made Cody look like such a bitch. That's the word that kept going in my mind. What a bitch to be like, I'm going to do it, but Oh, you can have your turn first, Rock. I hated it. So, I'm a little more open-minded because we still don't know. Okay, it looks official that it is Roman Cody. So I guess we're gonna take last Friday and just do the Men in Black pen. Go whoop! Forget that just happened. But we don't know what The Rock's involvement is. We don't know if this is a triple threat.
Tag team.
As you said, Kevin, that there's
Yeah.
Rock and Roman were kind of buddying up about this is our family. Don't talk about our family. Maybe Rock is just in Roman's corner. Maybe it's Cody versus Rock one night and then Cody versus Roman another. So we still don't know. And I guess that's the fun of, hey, tune in to SmackDown, tune in to Raw. We'll figure it out. But just the launching pad from last Friday being such a mess led into some of this just whole awkwardness that we saw tonight. I still enjoyed it from a viewership standpoint, but there's no way any of us could have pictured that The Rock would be getting booed when they set up how him and Roman came together.
Friday didn't really bother me. I was working on the cruise vlog, and Barbara Ryan texted me at 10:01. He's like, "Hey, did you watch?" And I was like, "No, it's next on my list." So I went watching it, and I thought it was the Bailey situation that he was texting me about,
which was great.
Which is great, very well done. And then when it happened, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then the conversations and all the overreactions of the Cody crybabies and all that stuff, and the chicken nuggets and stuff. I'm here for the chaos. You guys know I love the chaos and the overreaction Mondays.
Yeah.
I was here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm glad I will be in a truck driving back from my work event, night 2 of WrestleMania.
It's almost, like after tonight at the end and like, oh, my family. It's giving me vibes of when Mike Tyson was there with Shawn Michaels against Stone Cold. Watch. It's going to be something like that where we're going to have fun. It's going to be good times. He's going to play a role of like maybe special guest referee. I saw that maybe be a rumor or throw him an enforcer. And at the end, and maybe the Rock finally turns on Roman. It leads to a lot of, I guess, confusion, right? It makes you want to tune in tomorrow, tune in Monday, which is the art of pro wrestling, right? The little tease. I feel like the person at the beginning of the week had all the momentum and everything was The Rock, and he looks like $1 million, but holy shit, man. I don't know if he needs to go back to on the mic skills. He seemed thrown off when the crowd was kind of chanting Rocky sucks. We want Cody. I don't know. Maybe we get the tag team match in Perth and then I don't know what is going to go. Maybe they go against each other as a tag match, winner take all. And then Cody Roman night 2 for the belt.
Kev, I like the idea of Seth Cody versus Rock Roman in Perth.
Yeah.
Great idea. I don't think we actually get Rock Roman until WrestleMania 41. I like
SummerSlam.
I liked your comparison of Mike Tyson. He's with DX until he's not.
Yeah.
And he has the Cold Stone shirt on. Like, the reason I don't think he's going to be a referee or an enforcer, Kev, is that bit at the end with Triple H when he was walking.
They go against each other.
Triple H is supposed to be done.
Yeah,
so.
he's got.
I guess. Yeah.
And I don't want to see that, but like it was just that interaction that, it's not a game anymore. Like it's serious because he talked about his family. I don't know what's going to happen tonight on SmackDown if you're listening on Friday. It didn't do any favors for me, man.
Yeah. Well, and I listened to our pod. Obviously, I lived our pod, but I listened to our pod a couple days later after we recorded. And if you guys remember, the topic last week was Seth had made his case to Cody.
Yeah.
Of choose me. And Jay, you said, I'm down for that.
Mhm.
I'm down. And I think, Kev, I think even you were like, I think okay with Seth and Cody. And so, by all accounts, after Friday, when The Rock showed up, it seemed like we were going to get that where, okay, I guess Cody is choosing Seth and he's given Rock to Roman. And then this whole we want Cody craziness. And I mean, it was legit. I mean, you see, I think I saw today 600,000 dislikes on the YouTube video of Talkback. And you just saw people like Gabriel Fluffy, right? The comedian. Like he put we want Cody and the whole like industry was we want Cody. And I thought Monday was interesting because they didn't ignore it. You know, Cole and McAfee, like they talked about it, and not necessarily anything was going to be changing or anything, but they acknowledged that there was this whole thing that came up about after Friday on SmackDown. So
here's what's
clunky
crazy.
Is all hell. Yeah.
Here's what's crazy. It is a time of recording 8:43 p.m. Eastern. Okay. At 8:43 a.m. Sadly, I was thinking about this. I was like, this is even more reason for people to cheer Roman Reigns. Everybody's pissed off at The Rock.
Yeah.
Perfect. 8:43 p.m.
What?
Shut your bitch ass up.
Maybe that was coming.
Yeah, it's so weird. 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually felt like I wasted an hour and a half of my life watching that thing.
Wow.
The whole thing, it made Roman look weak. It made Roman look like not as strong as The Rock. Rock was more vocal in the end. He looked more wanting to protect the family legacy, right? Of the bloodline. I don't know. I just feel like Roman, I don't know, didn't look as good. But the best part about it is Cody will probably get jumped a few times. That emotional tug like Daniel Bryan leading into WrestleMania, it's going to be so awesome. So amazing.
I know what you mean, Kev. Rock hit the slap.
Yeah.
On Cody, and Roman was just kind of standing by, and maybe that's your role as champ is let everybody else beat the hell out of each other. I'm still going to be here. It's interesting what the other angle about all this is like, and maybe you guys said it best with the possible tag team idea with Seth Rollins, but that was a big gripe that a lot of people had on SmackDown was how Roman came out and just obliterated Seth with just it's the number 2. You want to be the number 2 title,
but Seth did it to Roman the week. But Seth did it to Roman a week prior, so I don't understand why people are thinking it was that big a deal. Because Seth did it 4 nights earlier.
He did. I think it's in the just like you hear all that, and then Cody coming out and basically like not agreeing with Roman, but being like, yeah, I'm not going to fight you, even though he did say I do want that title. But I'm gonna let The Rock have it. I don't know. It's a weird spot, and I think maybe Seth comes out a winner of tonight because he was there during the melee, and maybe there's something moving forward. I mean, I have no idea where they'll go with him for WrestleMania, but like you said, maybe we're going to have something at Elimination Chamber for him. Maybe there'll be an Elimination Chamber match for his opponent. Drew McIntyre, of course, is
I hope
floating around with getting in everybody's business. So
I'll tell you this.
So many questions.
If I'm waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, local time to watch that, I want 2 damn Elimination Chamber matches. Damn it. Let me ask you this, Jay. You said that was an hour and a half wasted of your life watching that press conference.
Yeah.
During the press conference, though, we found out about WWE Speed, the 5-minute matches that are going to be on X. What are your thoughts on that? Is that a little bit optimism from the press conference. I guess it was up to 5 minutes. I guess technically we can have a 30-second match or a 2-minute match. But no longer than 300 seconds. Well, we know how your feelings are
all
overall.
night, Kevin. Seriously,
I know. Oh, I hear you. Well, what did you think of Rock on the mic tonight?
Can we just
You're supposed to play the sounder. You're supposed to play the sounder.
Can we talk about anything? Can we talk about the NBA trade deadline?
Pistons released Killian Hayes.
Oh, shocking.
Can we talk about the Kobe Bryant statue at Crypto.com Arena? Can we talk about the Lakers wearing the Mamba uniforms? Anything other than this? Well, I guess this is the wrong.
I don't think it was terrible. I think there was highlights. I thought the beginning.
I'm disappointed. The disappointment is why I'm not in the zone right now, and I'm not in the mood for this.
I think I would have preferred it if they all sat at tables and it looked like a UFC presser. Like not necessarily like the weigh-ins where they come out and talk, like more like sitting down, like that type of press conference, all on the screen at once. I think that would have been a little bit more visually fun, because then you could have had like the what Conor McGregor famous, who the fuck is this guy? Like those type of fun things. Like I think that would have gave it a little bit more than you hit it on the nose, like the TED Talk situation. Like it was our
social team put up post up. It was Triple H talking, and it said, "I'm Triple H. Welcome to my TED Talk." I mean, it's, man.
Don't you ever discuss? Hey, if you guys ever want to talk about my wife or my son or my dysfunctional other family members, don't ever do it.
Your sister rules.
Because now it's not right. Because now it's
talk bad on her.
Now it's not a fucking game.
Yeah, I think for me, my final word on it is, whenever we have fantasy booked everything, it's always been, if Rock and Roman happen, it doesn't have to be for the title. And it just feels like everything with him coming out on Friday shoehorned everything of just, wait, why are we doing this? Why did Cody win the Rumble? Why? It was a complete mess. And I think today was at least a step in the right direction of correcting things, but there's still a long way to go, because we don't know what's happening. We have no idea what's happening with Rock and what night 1, night 2, all this. There's still so many questions, and hopefully they'll all play out and be fun. But boy, it was a rough time.
I want Cody to eliminate the bloodline. I don't want to see any of them on TV anymore.
Yeah.
April 8th, I think, is the Monday after WrestleMania. I don't want to see Rock. I don't want to see Raw. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Kev, any final word?
I feel like
maybe I'll start a bonfire with all of my Roman merch.
No, you want Cody to come out as a lumberjack, chop down that family tree, and then start that bonfire. It sounds like damn, Cody has a new gimmick.
I want Jay to reenact the scene at the end of Return of the Jedi, where there's a giant bonfire in his backyard and Darth Vader's burning up, and I want to see all the Roman Reigns merchandise and Rock merchandise.
I thought you were going to say you wanted me to reenact The Rock tonight, but maybe another time.
We can set that up sometime.
I gotta go.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you.
I think I'm more of like, if I had to give it an A through F, I'll give it like a C. I found some parts entertaining, some parts not. Yeah. But going into it, I think I was slightly disappointed. For some reason, I thought it was going to be like a PLE event, like that. I think the hottest part about it was probably the crowd was enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it was a fun atmosphere. I thought
they were all drunk. It's Vegas,
Well, Kevin. Yeah, they're the Super Bowl, man. Those guys have been drunk probably in that crowd for days.
That's a cool thing. Yeah. All right, we can move on. I mean, we already touched on the Bailey EO thing. Was there anything more, Kev, maybe for you to add? We talked about just not getting the high profile of like this event, but I mean, I think universally how she made the choice for EO with basically saying, "I know what you talked about.
Yeah.
I spoke some Japanese to you."
I
thought that
loved
was
it.
really good.
So I watched her. She did like a 2 minute little like selfie video in her car, and she's like, it's my time. She's like, I started Damage Control. It's not my group anymore. I have one T-shirt on www.shop.com and it's Damage Control related. I don't even have a signature shirt of Bailey. She's like, I'm not respected. Like chip on the shoulder, man. That thing is a stack of chips on the shoulder right now. I hope she goes in. I hope, yeah, there's interference, and I hope she just destroys everybody. I want her to knock out Bianca, or not Bianca. I want her to knock out Asuka, Kyra, everybody. Dakota, I don't even care if you're going to align who you're going to align with. Don't care. I want Bailey to stand and destroy EO. I love EO though too. That's the thing. I do love EO. But
EO Sky or EO
I know.
Right.
I know. I was like, dang,
EO
Bianca. lot of mess ups tonight in that press conference.
Okay. Here's the booking, Kev. You saw Predator, right? The movie Predator.
Uh-huh.
Bailey's in camo. She's got face paint. He's hiding behind stuff and attacks one by one by one until they're all dead.
Oh, shit. Okay. Murder.
Then WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's a one-on-one match then.
And then, but on Friday, she brought back the ponytail. It was a top knot. It wasn't the side pony. We're getting, I don't know if she'll go full babyface Bailey, but Predator Bailey would be awesome.
The only bad thing with true babyface Bailey is when couple times she's worn those pants with the major cutouts, and because she's a thicker girl, she's got some back to her.
You got the jug.
She got a lot of jug. I think it's well deserved. I loved it when she spit out some Japanese. I wish I had my subtitles on. I guess I can go back and try to figure it out, but it's probably something like, "You bitch has been talking about me, you're up," or something to that point. But I love the storyline. That I am more excited for than the eventual. I don't even know why they're doing a women's elimination chamber. It's almost like even they're in the press conference, throw Becky down the throat. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, at least tease it. Like,
I mean, but Michin might beat Bianca and get into the elimination.
Yeah. Bet every dollar I got.
What? That she's going to be on the next release list?
No. I like Mia Michin. I do. She's fine, but when we know the story of where it's going, it's it always takes something away from your enjoyment of what you're going to watch.
We don't have Michin and her husband show on Hulu.
Yeah. Which
have you guys watched any of the episodes?
No. I haven't. I keep forgetting.
Watch the first episode. It was fun. But that one is not one that it's like I'm just gonna blow through all of them whenever. Like my wife and I probably will both watch that one as episode by episode, not necessarily binge it on one night.
Well, another guy we're wondering about for WrestleMania is Gunther. So on Monday, Jey Uso steps to Gunther. All right. So there's a couple things. I mean, I don't think he's the guy, but he still gets a lot of crowd reaction. The people love him. But would you think he'd be the one to dethrone him? And then I put out the social team, put out a poll on Monday of what would you want Gunther to go to WrestleMania against? The word on the street was it was going to be Brock Lesnar, and that's not happening. So I put Sheamus on the social team. Sorry, I was feeding the social team the line. Sheamus, Sheamus, Braun Breaker, Chad Gable. Those were just a couple. I don't know, who do you guys have in mind? Do you like those options? What's your thoughts here?
On that list, I like the Braun. I don't want to see him for Sheamus again. Like, I don't know. I feel like we've seen it so much. Chad Gable, nice, emotional. We've kind of seen it over the course. I like the throwing in of Jay. I do. Jay is the Yeet shirts. He gets so much crowd interaction. I think if I had to put my money on it, I would love to see the Jay Gunther, right? But Braun does put a legitimate test against him. It's just that heel, and then realistically coming up from NXT, I don't know. I feel like I'd like to see Jay.
I think we get Jay Gunther in Australia. I don't think that's WrestleMania worthy. I would like to see Jay versus Gunther in Australia. Jimmy mucks it up somehow.
Oh, Jimmy Jay WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania, Gunther.
I'm an idiot.
I would like Chad Gable again. Originally, I was gonna say Braun Breaker, but Gable and Gunther, saw it on TV. I saw it at a live event. It is the fuck. It's Seth. Winner takes all. Give me that.
Okay, that might be the play.
Yeah. After what we saw tonight, Seth and Gunther. But then again, a couple weeks back, I pitched my Ludwig Kaiser heel turn on Gunther.
Yeah.
To have Kaiser end the streak at Mania, but I don't know. This event's got me all flustered, man.
There's still some time to breathe, I think, with the Gunther move.
We're gonna put a Brian's gonna put a post. Social team's gonna put a post up. Is Jason mad at the press conference? Yes or no? No, I totally had a brain fart when I said Jay. Of course, Jimmy versus Jay. I don't know. There's so many legitimate options that you guys have just listed off. I know Money in the Bank's its own PLE. Make it a ladder match. Gunther doesn't have to lose the ladder match. Take the pin to lose his title, and then he still comes out looking strong. Then you could throw up 7, 8 top guys in there. Fill up the build. Who do you think, Bri?
I like all of them.
Ladder match it is.
Man match, Brian.
A terrible prognostication here from me.
World War III.
I'd probably go with Chad Gable of all those. I love Braun. We'll get into NXT in a minute, but I think he's got something brewing with Baron Corbin. We'll talk about. I'm not sure what's up with Sheamus. He's been off TV for quite some time. And yeah, Chad and Gunther, those matches were fantastic. He's so damn entertaining. The way he lost that one match with his family in the front row. I think it was little son crying, or daughter, I think it was, or something like that.
Wearing like the wrestling headgear.
Yeah,
right? Like
you can revisit that and make that a fun moment. So I hope that interactions with those two aren't done. So that probably be my number one choice. But yeah, there's a lot of good options. I definitely don't mind the Seth idea that Jay has. So there's a lot of meat on that bone, as they say, man, with old Gunther. All right. So let's get into NXT. Vengeance Day, I thought, was a really fun show. The big two outcomes were the Wolf Dogs, where's the Wolf Dog merch? We got to get that up here. Braun and Corbin, they end up winning the Dusty Tag Classic over Trick and Mello. And then Trick, of course, was doing double duty, taking on Dragunov in the main event. He is so over with that NXT crowd. That whoop that Trick chant is so good. And in the end, he can't get it done. Dragunov pulls it out. Great match. And Mello, in classic heel fashion, turns on Trick after the match and cut a hell of a promo on Tuesday at NXT. What were your thoughts, Jay? I don't know if you caught all of Vengeance Day or any of the happenings with NXT.
I did. Byron Saxton, MVP. Get rid of Booker on commentary. Leave.
Oh my God.
Well, he was Tuesday.
Wow.
Wade Barrett was Sunday, but Wade Barrett, I think he said he was like MC Barbell when he was trying to do the Booker ad-lib during Trick's entrance music.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was good. I actually enjoy the Wolf Dogs. I kind of do it. I just looked, no merch. Earlier today, I looked. There is no more Girls of Chase U calendars available on shop.
Hot item.
They did sell out in 30 minutes, I believe. Look, man, Dragunov is a fucking stud. Have him defeat Gunther at WrestleMania.
You did it NXT UK, right?
Yeah. Oh my.
I mean, it'll take you guys 6 months to watch the match after I.
That one we'll actually watch live.
I've changed my ways. Yeah.
But I would take it. I got really confused at the end of that match. I just remember I maybe I'll go back and try to rewatch it. The whole when Trick was running and the ending, was that a kind of a mess up?
It seemed like it ended kind of out of nowhere.
Seemed odd. But the trademark at the end before Mello attacked Trick was nice. It added the nice touch because when you saw Mello go behind him, you're like, okay, it's happening. The women's match I thought was phenomenal.
Like that with Lola Vice making it a triple threat. I thought it picked up after that.
Oh, 100%. And all three of those ladies brought it. All three of them star power. That's the thing with NXT because it's like a lot of people leave, a lot of new crop, and you're like, are they going to be as good as the previous class? And then it takes a little bit, and then you get a few matches, and you're like, okay, this is going to be damn good. And then it's like the revolving door. So I look forward to Braun leaving because I feel like he will let others totally shine. And then within time, Mello and shoot, that might after WrestleMania.
Well, I'm thinking that'll be the stand and deliver NXT Saturday.
100%.
I think that'll be your headline. Whether Mello gets the title beforehand, I don't think it even matters. Just put those guys as your main event. That's going to be fantastic. And you're right, Kev. We did mention, Tiffany Stratton got called up to SmackDown. So, I mean, come on. Sky, we all love her. Sky's the limit for her. I'd be fine with like her and Bianca at Mania. That
could be a good one.
That would be awesome.
If both get put into the chamber, that's how you kickstart that feud.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, she's like Bianca physically looks what? Bianca's probably like 6'2" or something. So massive. Her legs are so muscular. Arms bigger than all of ours. Then you get Jade, so tall, so massively strong. But Tiffany is so strong too. I just look past it sometimes because she looks literally like a muscular Barbie. You know what I mean? Not like so like just defined, but she's got some massive guns. Like I would take Bianca versus Tiffany. Shoot, within time, Bianca versus Jade. She's gonna be incredible on SmackDown, and that's awesome. Shoot,
Jade's nowhere near showing up anywhere. She needs to be at NXT for a while.
Oh, she's gonna be on WrestleMania.
Beyond that. I think we're beyond that after what happened at the Rumble.
Nah, look, man.
You know what I would see? I know I said
we're not talking about Maxine Dupree. Jade looked better than
okay. Yeah, we're not too big on like dogging wrestlers, but
I don't think Jade still looks green. But
of course,
remember, it's 2 months away.
Yeah. I could get down with a Jade Bianca tag team against the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh, they would die.
That's a what you say?
As in Asuka,
Bailey's going to murder them all, Predator style.
Yeah.
So they're already dead, actually.
Right. Well,
you give me. Oh, this is. I forget their names. Is it Katana Chance and
Aiden Carter?
Yes. Them two versus Bianca and Jade. Oh my!
That's why UFC has weight classes. I mean, come on. But I love those girls too, but there's got to be some disbelief that you have to, put out your mind.
But getting back to Tiffany Stratton, 100%. When you saw her come out of the room, yep, I got a contract too. I think we probably all cheered with enthusiasm because she's fantastic. Has main event status on her, which is great because outside of Bianca, Becky, Charlotte, and I like the throw out of Sasha, by the way, by Bianca. That was kind of nice.
We'll get to her in a moment here. Yeah.
And fun fact, I did fill out the post Royal Rumble survey. Okay. Do you ever get those emails, guys?
Oh, yeah, I didn't. But
Yeah, I delete
Next
them.
time you do it, look who's on the signature up top. Oh, Miss Sasha Banks, right up top. It's
what,
like
really?
It's like 4 people, like their graphics, and Sasha's still on there.
Coming back.
The thing with
not official yet.
with Tiffany joining, it gives another person who can push up to that main event, because Mishin and unfortunately Asuka, I feel like is tag team champ, but she's mid level now. Dakota Kai mid level. There's so many mid levels. I feel like Tiffany could push up to the level of, I would say is the upper class of the women.
I could see Tiffany winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Yep.
Or Chelsea Green, I could see winning Money in the Bank and having a lot of fun with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Well, we'll get to that bridge when we get there in July, I guess, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then, yeah, let's move on to Sasha Banks. I guess we could say Mercedes. AEW Wednesday night. Tony Khan. It's the monthly big announcement. It is big.
The monthly big announcement.
Monthly
I like
big announcement at this point. Let's
monthly
be fair.
big
It's big business. It's a Dynamite. It's gonna be in Boston. I think it's March 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, they're doing what they did
Same old shit
for CM Punk, right? It was all the teases, but we're not saying it. But you even look at the font, it had the dollar S's and stuff. So it's that's her hometown. It's gonna be Mercedes' debut.
Well, allegedly. Potentially.
Yeah.
Because there is another free agent out there where money is part of the presentation.
Ted DiBiase? Ted DiBiase? Is Virgil?
He's not wrong.
He's
not wrong.
So who is it, Jay, though?
Well, before I say who it is, sidebar. I was looking up Hacksaw Jim Duggan stand-up specials. He has a YouTube channel with Ted DiBiase. Yeah. I think it's called Everyone Has a Pod, which is very funny.
Okay. He's not wrong.
YouTube channel on YouTube. Kazuchika Okada is the Rainmaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could easily see them both debuting.
Yes.
Like Brody
that
Lee
would be a hit.
Matt Hardy. They get one not thinking that anything about the other, and then the other one comes in. I mean, just like all outside.
Oh, Adam
Daniel
Cole.
Bryan, and we got Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, of course, all signs point to Mercedes Moné. But I don't know if it's because I spent so many years working on being a broadcaster. The fact that Tony Khan's eyes are reading the teleprompter and they're so fucking big. Come on, bro. You're a fucking billionaire. Have anybody else read it. Have Adam Cole. He used to have Adam Cole do all his announcements. Have fucking
Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness. I mean,
or be like Joe, wear sunglasses.
Have the Outrunners, my favorite tag team in AEW, read the announcement. Come on.
The jokes of you will never beat Tony Khan in a staring contest. Plenty of that on Twitter after that announcement was made. But I mean, okay, so Jay, I like it. That's where my head was too. Boy, if you can pull that double debut, that's a home run. Kev, I mean, when you heard, okay, again, that looks like it's a Sasha Banks Mercedes thing. How does that excitement level do for you?
I think with Jay saying the double reveal, I think that moves the needle a little bit more. Then I would honestly, if that's the case, immediately show starts, introduce Moné. Truly, bring out Mercedes. Boom. So you figure, okay, that was the big reveal, and then at the end, Okada. I'll say this: I'm more excited for the anticipation, because that's the thing with AEW. They're very steady in their ratings, right? They want to have a big rating show, and the only way they can truly do it is if they promote, someone's coming, versus having it be a full surprise. That's the downfall of AEW. But last night's show, it was one of the strongest shows that I remember in AEW for in a long time. It was damn good. So hopefully they can keep building off those really, really good. Maybe it's because I was on the Jericho cruise and you know what I mean? I have the AEW blood running in my veins, part of it. But like, I thought it was a very strong show. So if there continue to be strong shows leading up to that, especially with the women, that's the thing. They got to showcase the women, showcase the women, showcase the women, showcase the women. If you don't, her debut means nothing.
They're almost there. They need when Deonna Purrazzo debuted, I asked, is it a moment or is it a movement? And I think that they're almost there with the roster they have. Hopefully Britt Baker comes back soon. Jamie Hayter comes back soon. Mercedes showing up. They're almost there. I mean, I still think TNA's knockouts, the knockout division is the standard with female wrestling. And I've wanted AEW women's division to be good since day one, and it hasn't. They're slowly getting there.
Yeah.
I don't know what this does, honestly. Is this the needle mover?
This is what we'll find out. You're right, because she's instantly the most recognizable female wrestler on the roster.
They said that about
and she's above her.
But Mercedes hasn't done anything in like 3 years.
That's a little bit of Japan, and she's been injured,
and then she got hurt versus Willow.
Yeah,
the New Japan Strong show. So like, people may not even know who she is, which is a whole.
Are you crazy?
No, I'm serious. A lot of people may not know who she is. They might know who Sasha Banks is, and her presentation is completely different than what Sasha Banks was.
Yeah.
So
that might take a little.
It'll be interesting because, I just don't like that it's the CM Punk formula. And we saw how that went. Who's to say that? I mean, could it happen again? You get a big star, big ego in this company where the owner is your friend.
Yeah. The last word I'll say on this is there's a account I follow on Twitter. Her name is like Miss Peacock, and because what she does is she would provide any updates to like WWE Network on Peacock when they used to actually do updates all the time.
Yeah.
She said the show on Wednesday night was the 104th consecutive week that Dynamite has only had one women's match. There hasn't been 2 women's matches on Dynamite in 2 years straight. And for me, I watch Dynamite. Rampage, I usually don't watch. And Collision, if I'm around and there's nothing happening, I might peek in. So, maybe they're getting those opportunities on Rampage and Collision, but for me, it's not really part of my watching. So, like we said, this is going to be the litmus test that are we going to get the women more opportunities, because the roster has definitely improved.
And especially the match we got last night.
Well, what was it? I missed it.
Timeless Tony Storm versus Red Velvet.
Yeah.
Which wasn't terrible.
Straight out of your mother's kitchen.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But and then Deonna was ringside, and we kind of saw that confrontation in post match. Wasn't terrible match, but on paper it doesn't give that big star power.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You bring Mercedes in there, and Jay, you mentioned Britt. We haven't seen Britt in a long time. Have her cut the promo. Have Britt Baker come out there, just like Seth and Cody. Seth took those losses. Let Britt take a couple losses. Didn't hurt her, and it propelled Cody even higher. Right? Britt, I think, is the perfect first challenger, and I'm trying to be more optimistic, because usually I'm for some reason I'm pessimistic with Sasha Banks. I don't know, ever since the actions that she did when she quit and all that fun stuff. I'm really going to be optimistic, and I hope it's awesome, and I hope it puts that jet fuel, to propel AEW women. They deserve it.
I think it's going to be Willow Nightingale, because that's who she was in the match against where she got
New Japan.
So, and Willow's been running around. I thought she was with Sky Blue, but I don't know if that friendship's still a thing or not. But I think that it is going to be
We're live, pal.
a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks about Mercedes.
Yeah.
And of course, I really feel like people are going to know who she is. But
we know
there's a lot of people that may not.
Yeah.
Because she's been gone for so long. And they know Sasha Banks. So only time will tell. And that time apparently is March 13th.
What are we thinking about new tag champs, Sting and Darby, huh? Does that get the horn?
It adds a little bit more allure to the match against the Bucks. I read that actually Sting was opposed or told basically Tony, I don't want to win. I don't need him. I don't want to win him. And apparently Tony's like, no, you're winning them. So I'm glad to see Sting still give his opinions, right? And he's still a company man to say, okay, I'm not going to fight it too much. But it kind of shows that, hey, we're going to be champs. And hey, is he going to go out on top, champ? And then Darby's going to have to, or is he going to lose the championships in his last ever, match against the Bucks? I don't mind it. I'll give it.
I bet you can't get a boner.
I can't. I have to take the blue pill. It stinks.
You talking about Sting?
Oh,
he is old. I mean, come on.
Oh, I meant Sting. Me, I can get him. I can get him.
We're not sponsored by Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I guess
it was so predictable. I mean, it's been predictable since the Bucks came back a month ago.
What if Sting's kids wearing black shirts in the crowd?
Now that's the interesting part because those two look like they could fuck up half the AEW roster.
One dude who's like,
I remember Sting's son played football at Kentucky. I mean, that's no joke when you're a Division I football player.
Steve Borden Jr.
I don't know what he's doing. Somebody made the joke on Twitter too of like, because you saw because one looks like Sting, the other one looks like NWO Sting. Oh my god!
I didn't see that comment, but
that's awesome. That's
the other line too was, "Geez, you knew Sting's wife's her DNA didn't have a chance. Like they look just like Sting."
Or her I was gonna make a very wherever the baby shoots out of the tube. You know what I'm talking about.
Uterus.
Yeah.
Yes, the uterus didn't stand a chance either.
Oh, geez.
Jason, MD. I did like the Young Bucks beat down afterward. I've enjoyed heel Matthew Nicholas. I'm fine with that, and it'll hopefully make for good stuff at Revolution. And we're also getting Samoa Joe and Hangman and Swerve. I think it's a triple threat, so I think this one, though, another one that was pretty well telegraphed. But I know, like you said, Kevin, it was a well-received episode of Dynamite, and they did the 30-minute draw thing, right?
So good. So I have a question. So Swerve.
The answer is uterus. Uterus is the answer to the question. What's that tube?
Words that start with U.
Baby comes out of.
I thought he was gonna say fallopian tube.
I was thinking it was like vaginal wall something, but maybe not.
Okay, so if a person's laying on their back, Hangman, and Swerve is laying, but his leg is on Hangman, is that technically a pin?
Say that again.
Okay, Hangman is on his back. Okay. Imagine it's 4 seconds left. This is the end of the match.
Right. I saw the match.
Swerve's leg was on it. No pin. Okay. Ref knocks his leg off. Then Swerve moves and actually pins him and lifts the leg, and it's 1-2. Now, Swerve's leg was on him. Should the ref have counted that?
I don't know.
So I was thinking, I'm like,
the ref didn't see it. Yeah.
No, he did see it because he knocked Swerve's leg off.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was like on his, like he was near his like neck area-ish. And then he knocked it off and then Swerve pivoted and rolled up the leg for the 1-2. Maybe it was like, ooh, there's 4 seconds left, because I don't know if there was a timer or anything, or there's probably nerds in the crowd timing it, right, as well.
I was that nerd.
Were you?
So when the match started, I started thinking ahead. I was like, there's no way this is going to be a real end. So I started watching my phone when it started and the clock, and I'm like, all right. And then I knew it was going to be a draw because I know wrestling. And I was right. I'm not going to really get more into that unless Joe was here. Then I would constantly beat it into his head.
Did you like the match though?
Yeah, I did. I like Hangman's mustache.
Oh, the mustache is awesome.
I might cut mine down and have a Hangman mustache. I would like heel Hangman to win the title and heel Young Bucks to win the tag titles.
Ooh,
form the Heel Elite.
Heel Elite?
Yeah.
The Heel Elite. Yeah.
I like it. Heel Elite.
Trademark pending. Yeah, man. Okay. I think, we're Joe. I just sucks because I really think Joe as champ needs a nice little run, but he's like Karl Malone going for a title with the Lakers.
Aww.
Wow.
Joe actually succeeded.
Don't you dare say that about Samoa Joe, but yes.
But you get it. It's that
I do. Yes. He's
in your career.
Later in the career, correct.
Okay,
yeah.
We'll say Gary Payton with the Miami Heat.
Oh my God.
Late in his career.
Yeah.
Getting the title.
He's still good. But yes, that's a great analogy. Holy cow. All right. Well, I guess this last part is up to me. The Jericho Cruise vlog premiered on Tuesday.
It did.
And since Kevin and Jay lived it and did the vlog, and Joe's not here, I guess it's
did
my
you
turn.
Watch it?
I did. I finished it up today.
Will you nominate Jay and I for best?
I need a fucking
participating
Oscar
in a vlog.
I want an Oscar for the work I had to put into that.
Best editing.
Best editing, best supporting actor, best soundtrack. I want it all.
I enjoyed the banter. I wanted more.
Okay.
Footage. I wanted more footage. That's what I loved. You guys, you certainly painted the picture of how much fun everything was. I wanted more. And I think because you guys were painting such a good picture, I'm like, let me see. But I'm glad you got footage of the beer drinking contest. Not a bad job on the push-ups. I had it to you there. Not easy to do on the spot. I
saw a few sex moves in there.
Yeah, there's one leg up, little Captain Morgan action.
Yeah.
That was fun. I'm glad to see. Again, I would have wanted more footage, but at least seeing the photo of Kevin at the blackjack table with the guns and Summer Rae. That's I couldn't help but just like laugh at that and just be like, wow, how cool is that right there?
The thing is, Brian, like we took videos and stuff, but like we were actually having vacation. You know what I mean? Like, we were enjoying ourselves. So while we did film stuff, like I go back to the first Jericho Cruise, basically a highlight reel that I did. I watched it earlier. I was by myself.
Yeah.
Like I was just there to shoot video because it was all new to me. So like this one is, we're just on vacation. So, the future of our Making Towns playlist, that's the best part. I had this idea to do it this way. If there's another one where, you guys will do something different or Joe will do that. Like that's what's great about having four people on this show, because everyone has a different vision.
Yeah.
I am 100% okay with my decision not to put any wrestling on it.
Mm-hmm. Which is fine. Yeah.
And, what'd you think of Kev dancing to Sunglasses at Night wearing his sunglasses at night. I mean, come on.
Do you need to see the 30-second extended cut?
Best you can. No, that was I think that was the whole clip.
Was it?
Out on purpose.
Okay.
He was
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, guys, I think you accurately portrayed how much fun that is, and it's a testament to you guys going together and being buddied up on it and everything. So yeah, I can't lie to you and watch it and not go, I'm happy you got to go, and then I'm behind the mask going, I wanted to go. You all see those images online of like, I'm happy for you. Oh, son of a bitch. And yeah, you didn't even show the wrestling too. So it's like, oh yeah, there was wrestling on the cruise. I did like too that it's just a little thing. But the RJ City line of this was the Stardust man or whatever.
He's so good.
Oh yeah, he is. He's a fun talent, man. So yeah, so I would say to anyone of our listeners, if you want to get a nice taste of what the Jericho Cruise experience is, watch it, and I'll be damned if you're gonna not walk away from it going like, I gotta get on this too. So that's how I felt. So bravo, guys, and I'm glad you guys had such a good time with it all, because that's a lot, man. It's a good experience.
It was a lot of fun, and I really took my time with the editing and stuff. And yeah, I could have had the bands playing and stuff, but what the song.
Yeah, that you didn't need that.
No. So, Kev, I mean, any final thoughts on the cruise itself, and maybe something I didn't put in the vlog that maybe you thought I would, or
yeah, I'd say I think it took me 3 days after we got off the ship to stop feeling like the wobbles.
Yeah,
I mean, we get off the ship for like just over a week, and I am having like withdrawals.
Yes,
of one. Brian, you've been on so many cruises. Jay, you've been on several cruises. It was honestly one of the best vacations I've ever been on in my life. And it was, of course, a lot of nerd stuff and the company and everything too. No, I thought it was great. And the thing is, when you messaged me the next day and you were like, oh, that clocked in at 53 minutes. And I was like, dang, it felt like we were just talking for like 10, because everything was so fun. And Laura watched and she's like, you guys, Brian, and you put it perfect. You were like, you painted a picture. That's exactly what Laura said. She's like, you guys, and of course she lived it too, but she didn't experience some of the stuff like in going to play blackjack, because she went away for an hour to go to karaoke and to watch a band and then something else. So she's like, we weren't together 100% of the time. So she's like, oh, so that's how it was when you were doing this, when I wasn't with you. So, no, I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought the vlog was great. I thought the vacation was great, and it was perfect.
So can we reveal intentions for next year? Are we in a comfortable place to do that now, or we're still working things out? Because I'll tell the listeners and the viewers here, after last week's show, we kind of had some offline conversations, and a lot of things were said and have been discussed.
Well, we
want to share with the people.
We ended the vlog discussing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are your thoughts?
That was before the pod, right?
And we kind of were like, we really had to sit down, because they don't give you much time. You get off the boat, and literally
within a week you can book again.
Less than a week later, it's sign up for pre-sale.
And I know what I said last week. Thought I was done. I was going to take some years off.
Yeah.
I am already booked for next year.
Yeah.
That's when you think you're out, they pull you back
in.
And as of February 7th at 1:19 p.m., we have the same exact room as this
God.
year. Laura and I we're running it back.
I thought there was a different ship this year.
It is. It's a mirrored ship.
It's the same boat. It's the same features.
Yeah.
It's just a different boat.
Okay.
And I'm sure this one has maybe something different.
It's a water slide up top.
Great, wonderful.
Oh,
All the
is fucking Commander gonna do 380 off the water slide? That's what I want to see. Put that in the vlog next year.
Someone's going to be
If
laying
anything,
down in the mini
put
pool.
that.
Someone's going to take the water slide and somehow miraculously just glide up on top, and Aubrey Edwards is going to be waiting.
Yeah, gotta put.
No, we were going back and forth, and we're like, we felt like it was an amazing time, and we're like, it's not going to be any less fun, right? And we're like, if we were kind of in agreement, like, hey, you're down, I'm down. Yeah. So, and I can't wait to drink 20 beers a day. So,
yeah, hey, somebody's got to do it. All right. Well, on that note, I guess apologies to the listeners for Joe's lack of appearance on today's program.
I'm sure that's fine.
We should have. We probably should have promoted it like Tony Khan promotes this
huge announcement. I don't know Photoshop to make that thing.
Yeah. No worries. Maybe you'll be back next week. We'll have to see. All right, youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast. Yes, go there to watch the Jericho Cruise vlog. Very, very good work there, guys. Great job. At That WrestlePod for all your social media, and whatamaneuver.net for your merchandise as we continue on to the road to WrestleMania. As always, enjoy wrestling.